Hello, everyone. Welcome to GNU according to CD, that is Government of National Unity. So, the last article that I'm going to be reading on this illegal foreigners, once again written on the 22nd of October 2024, and the article is written by Innocentia Nkandimeng. And this time around, it is Mr. Gayton McKenzie who says, close them all. McKenzie on foreign-owned Spaza shops as politicians differ over food poisoning. Yeah, of course, there are going to be those that will stand against South Africans. Let's hear who they are. Sports, Arts and Culture Minister Gayton McKenzie believes the closure of Spaza shops owned by foreign nationals and the deportation of illegal immigrants will solve the recent increase in food poisoning cases. Yes, I agree, because prior to them arriving in South Africa, we've always had Spaza shops, and never once did we see this before. Absolutely, we've never. This comes in the wake of a spate of food poisoning cases from items allegedly bought from Spaza shops. We need to close all these shops. We can't be debating this matter. I agree, Mr. McKenzie. The shops should be closed and owners arrested and be deported. Very important. What more do we want to see? Exactly, Mr. McKenzie, is the question I've been asking as well. More children dying? Good question, Mr. McKenzie. The deaths of 6 children who had consumed snacks allegedly bought from Spaza shop in Naledi, Soweto, led residents looting and closing several shops in the area. There has been no medical report yet detailing the cause of the deaths. And I think the people that are also looting the same poisonous food items need to be arrested. Hold them accountable. And this thing of embarrassing South Africans, seriously, where's the logic in that? Are you not afraid of death? They will say it doesn't make sense. Hold them accountable by arresting them as well. They are criminals. In Broncospruit, 25 pupils received medical attention after allegedly eating snacks bought from a street vendor near the school. Last week, 47 children were treated for food poisoning after consuming alleged expired chocolates in Hammanskraal. Jeez, man. On the West Rand, 74 matric pupils were hospitalized for suspected food poisoning during a school camp. McKenzie said the incident demonstrated a need for action. Oh my gosh. Yeah, seems like South Africans are a little bit paralyzed when it comes to action. But then again, it takes one person for the ball to roll. South Africans have been exercising maximum restraint and discipline. Child, you have no idea. Especially the Zulu in me is like, oh, you have no idea. You have no idea. Government should act quickly before people wrongfully take the law into their own hands. What do we owe the illegal foreigners? My gosh, this is a question I've been asking, Mr. McKenzie. You know how to take words out of my head. Let them go, he said. Gauteng Finance MEC Lebogang Maile has cautioned that the problem is more complex than it appears on the surface. Why? You see, this is the problem. We always have to find ways on how do we stop this from how do we stop South Africans taking action? And then it's going to come with words such as, oh, the problem, oh, we must take caution. Number one, the problem is more complex than it appears on the surface. What do you mean? What do you mean? Lives are lost. What more do you want? I don't get it. Shops that are not selling the correct things must be closed, but you don't wake up and say, we will close all the foreign-owned shops. South Africa is governed by laws, he said. Yes, but does Maile understand that the word illegal means you are breaking the same governed, the same South Africa governed by laws. They are breaking those laws, Maile. They are breaking those laws. When they open their Spaza shops illegally, they broke the law of the country. What's so difficult in understanding that, ANC? Hi, man. This matter is complicated. The other day, we walked into a foreign-owned shop, but the Bangladesh national had South African citizenship. I don't think this is something you need to tell the world. How is this complicated? This is marriage of convenience. Number, what is a Bangladeshi doing in South Africa? Let's start there, Maile. What is a Bangladeshi doing in South Africa? Can the ANC answer us that question? Bangladeshi and Pakistanis. I say our so-called brothers from the African continent, but people coming from Asia, like the Pakistanis and the Bangladeshis, what are they doing here? So much so that they got the chutzpah, bravado, and the gumption to even come into our communities and illegally opening a Spaza shop. And on top of that, engaging themselves in marriages of convenience with the same woman they don't even sleep with. Because he knows back home in Pakistan and Bangladesh he has a wife and children. Why these people always men that are coming to South Africa? What's complicated about that, Mr. Maile? Because that's the question you should be answering. Cancel that citizenship. When you say close all the foreign-owned shops, how do we refer to those people who have citizenship? This guy's dumb. This issue has become more complex, and that's why we must allow national government to lead us. But it must not be an issue that waits until there's a problem. What is he talking about? The people of South Africa have lost patience, Maile. Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi said earlier this week authorities are investigating the cause of the food poisoning cases and 6 government entities have been roped in. This includes police, municipal environmental inspectors, the National Consumer Commission, the Department of Agriculture, and the National Institute for Communicable Diseases. Let's not forget the Department of Intelligence as well, because I'm trying to find out what exactly are they doing? How did this get out of hand? How did Bangladeshis become South African citizens without being naturalized? What was the naturalization process that got them approved that now Maile is using as an excuse not to deport them and close their Spaza shops? How did we get here? Oh, I'll tell you, the ANC and EFF. Yeah, I heard some people say, but the EFF is not in government. No, the EFF is not in government, but the EFF has an influential voice. You know, influential voice and governance, let me tell you which takes precedence. The one that is able to convince people of an idea. That's the one that is in charge. Not the one that is governing, because the one that is governing, the moment the influential one influences a group of people, the governing one has to do what? Has to relent. So don't come and say, oh, the EFF is not in government. Yeah, we know that. But they have an influential voice. So when the EFF say find creative ways to get to South Africa and become a South African citizen, guess what? The message was heard loud and clear. And it sounded like a sounding gong all the way from China even. So don't tell me, just because of your lack of understanding how things work in the world, especially in the world of this kind of setup, and then you come to me and say, but the EFF is not in government. Clearly, there's a lot you need to learn. Other than that, guys, I think this is just about it when it comes to this issue. I do also see Africa Diaspora Forum weighs in on recent Spaza shop attacks, they call it. By the way, this so-called Africa Diaspora Forum are these political parties that illegal foreigners are opening in South Africa to fight against us. That is why they are saying Spaza shop attacks. No mention of alleged food poisoning or what they are going to do about that, gathering their members and say, listen, buy from legitimate or order from legitimate stores with receipts, expiry dates, etc., and so on. They're not saying that, and they're not going to say that because they are the ones that run these warehouses that make this rotten food for the people of South Africa. We saw in the video as well how so-called filtered pure water is made. I just feel sorry for that community that was drinking that water, thinking it's purified. Shame. I kunzima for us South Africans. I am telling you, so vutiwe as far as I can see. Other than that, guys, that is that with this video. I believe now we know what's going on out there. And I'm saying, even if we spend 100 trillion rand on a daily basis deporting illegal foreigners, it's our taxes. Do it. Do it. Make it unattractive for others to think South Africa. Let them go elsewhere, not here. So I don't mind how much we are spending. I don't care. I really don't. Our children are in danger on a daily basis. Their future is being compromised. No, sorry. Send them back home. Put them in A380 if you have to. All right? Anyways, guys, please do not leave this video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. See you next time. Goodbye.